At the end of World War I, during the Battle of the Argonne Forest, an American battalion found itself trapped between Allied and German forces. The battalion was under relentless artillery fire from all directions, and their only hope was to send a message to friendly forces, requesting a shift in artillery fire to open a safe passage for retreat. At that moment, the battalion commander assigned the soldier Cher Ami to deliver the critical message. Despite the extreme danger, Cher Ami embarked on a perilous journey through enemy territory, covering a distance of 40 kilometers to deliver the message. Along the way, he was struck by shrapnel, suffered severe injuries, lost a foot, and was wounded in the chest and eye. Yet, against all odds, Cher Ami managed to complete his mission, delivering the message that saved the trapped battalion. Afterward, he was sent to the United States for medical treatment, where General John Pershing personally bid farewell to the brave soldier. But if you're wondering how a soldier managed to complete such a dangerous mission despite these severe injuries, and with only one foot, then let me tell you, Cher Ami wasn't a human soldier. He was a homing pigeon. Welcome. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. For a long time, and even until recently, carrier pigeons were one of the most important means of communication between individuals and even between nations. But the question is, how does this bird manage to travel long distances, deliver a message, and then return home? And why pigeons specifically, not any other bird? The carrier pigeon is known for its ability to travel long distances, over 1,600 kilometers, at speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. It carries messages, letters, or other written communications, and then returns home without getting lost, no matter how far it has traveled. This remarkable ability made it a first-class messenger, and throughout history, it has proven to be up to the task. The use of carrier pigeons dates back to ancient Egypt, as seen in papyrus records and temple inscriptions. Some of the most famous historical figures who used carrier pigeons include Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar, who relied on them for communication between their empires. But it didn't stop there. Carrier pigeons played a major role in both World War I and World War II, which is quite ironic considering that pigeons have always been symbols of peace. Despite this, they were crucial war agents, carrying messages under gunfire, gas attacks, and extreme weather conditions, never failing to complete their missions. One of the most famous pigeons in history was the soldier pigeon Cher Ami, whose message saved an entire battalion of soldiers during World War I. Even though she lost an eye and a leg while delivering the message, she still managed to complete her mission. Now let's talk about how carrier pigeons accomplish these incredible tasks. How are they trained to deliver messages and return home? The truth is, raising carrier pigeons is one of the most challenging tasks for breeders. It takes years of effort and patience. Training starts when the pigeon is about 6 to 8 weeks old. At this stage, the breeder takes the pigeon in a cage and releases it a short distance from home, about a kilometer away. The pigeon is then allowed to fly back home on its own. This process is repeated every day for about a week, with the distance gradually increasing by no more than 5 kilometers per week. After enough initial training, the pigeons are trained for long-distance travel. The process involves taking the pigeon in a cage to a designated location that will serve as its new dispatch point. This journey only happens once. From then on, the pigeon knows where to return and how to get there. However, each pigeon can only return to one specific location. For example, a pigeon trained to return to USA cannot be used to deliver messages to UK. That's why armies had enormous numbers of pigeons, with each country having its own trained pigeons. During World War II, the United Kingdom alone deployed around 250,000 carrier pigeons. Each country had its own designated pigeons for communication. But the real question is, how do pigeons manage to find their way home without getting lost? Scientists believe that carrier pigeons have internal navigation systems, something like a biological GPS, that help them memorize locations and find their way back. The first navigation tool pigeons use is sunlight, which helps them determine their direction. The second tool is the Earth's magnetic field. Researchers believe that pigeons use magnetic reception to sense different regions' magnetic strengths, helping them navigate. A study at Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany, revealed that a pigeon's beak contains over 500 magnetic field receptors. Another study at Baylor College of Medicine in Texas found 3 distinct types of neurons in pigeons' brains that respond uniquely to magnetic fields. Additionally, high concentrations of iron particles in their beaks allow them to detect magnetic fields with exceptional accuracy. The third navigation tool is their sense of hearing. Recent studies suggest that pigeons rely on low-frequency sounds, such as oceanic and tectonic noises, to locate their home. Their hearing is so advanced that they can detect sounds far beyond human capability. The fourth tool is their sense of smell. Some scientists believe that pigeons associate specific locations with distinctive smells. For example, a pigeon might remember that a sunflower field is north of its home and a brick factory is east, allowing it to navigate based on familiar scents. But can pigeons ever get lost? Despite their impressive abilities, there are rare cases where pigeons fail to return home. Weather conditions such as fog, heavy rain, and strong winds can make their mission more difficult. Lastly, is the carrier pigeon the only bird capable of such navigation, or could other birds do the same job? Recent studies have compared the brains, beaks, and sensory capabilities of pigeons to those of other birds. One of the species tested was the European robin, which displayed similar navigation abilities. However, the main reason pigeons are used for message delivery is their ease of domestication, training, and reliability. And with that, we've answered the question of how carrier pigeons deliver messages. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you in the next episode.